Greetings YouTube, this is Western Kansas Prepper here, and I have an odd video here which I may come to regret at some point, where I'm bringing up a giant Pandora's can of whoop-ass on myself. But what you can see I have in front of me here are condoms. There are various types, at least have 3 or 4 different types here. And why am I bringing this up in the context of SHTF? Well, I don't know, I was thinking about this. Here's, James Wesley Rawls' book that I'm done reading, given to me by Gun Guru 2012, How to Survive the End of the World as We Know It. He has all these lists in here of everything you could possibly need, what you need to have. We have a hygiene sanitation list, which I figure is where this would go. You can see condoms do not make the list. Neither does birth control. Nowhere else. And I don't know, this may be this is not part of any of those lists. Not part of your firefighting kit, I would hope. Tactical living, no. Security, no. Barter and charity list. Did not make the barter and charity list either. You have, again, feminine hygiene supplies. Oops, excuse me. Oh, that focuses. But these are not feminine hygiene supplies. These are condoms. Now, do you need condoms in SHTF? I think you ought to have some. Here's the reason. And maybe it's just because of Rawls' stage in life. You didn't think about this. I mean, first off, they can do a few things besides their intended function. So you could use them to store things like people do now. People use them to store narcotics and those kind of things. You don't need to use them to store narcotics in SHTF, but you may be able to figure out other uses for them. But we've all seen the movies where it's apocalypse and shit's hitting the fan, and all of a sudden the hero and heroine have to get it on. It doesn't matter that they're in the middle of, it's usually shortly after they're in danger, but nevertheless they feel like they have to do that. Now, this is a real psychological phenomenon. It's called excitation transfer. Where you're around someone like that, your heart rate gets up, you share those experiences, you feel the intimacy because of the shared excitement, and that naturally excitation transfers into some type of romantic encounter, or perhaps non-romantic, depending on your style. Now, this is not just for horn dogs getting on, though. This is also for people who may be married, may have 3 or 4 kids. You may be subject to this excitation transfer. But is birth control going to be widely available in SHTF? I kind of doubt it. Do the condoms last a while? This is a new box. This expires 2015. Product of India. I did not know Indians were big on making the condoms. Anyway. So, they last maybe 4 to 5 years. I have some here that are a little older. Obviously, some peril fraught with that. Now, about to scare some people here probably. Oops. Okay, so I have some condoms here. You see this one, they mark individual packets too, which is helpful. These expired March of 2011. These expired, looks like June of, I think that's June. Yeah, June of 2009. Wait till that focuses a little bit. Yeah, so June of 2009. Now, does that mean these are no good? I don't know. If I use these with my girlfriend and she found out and they didn't work, would she try to kill me? Possibly. I don't know. So I'm probably not going to be using these. But we're at SHTF. I had nothing else around to use and no other options. Might be better than nothing. Anyway, but the point is not to use expired condoms or ones that may not fill their intended function. The point is, do these belong in our preps? Do they belong on our list of things to, this one, when does this expire? Oops, gotta have a date on here somewhere. About right. Oh, it's very hard to read. I don't think you'll be able to pick that up on the camera. I don't think that'll come up. Anyway, I think they're worth having. I think it can't hurt to have. They don't take up a lot of space. Throw them in with your other hygiene items. You know, put them in with your toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo. Now, is the first thing in your preps need to be shampoo and conditioner and all that stuff? No. Obviously, bullets, bread, and Band-Aids, you know, are the first orders of business. Once you're past that, though, and you're starting to look at these other areas, why not? Why not have some of these stocked up? Like I say, and I think, as I was showing you the James Wesley Rawls lists, honestly, even if you're not planning on getting it on, which you may or may not be, again, you know, why does James Wesley Rawls have, you know, feminine and hygiene supplies on this list of barter items? Well, and can you use, you know, old school methods to do your feminine hygiene that won't be as pleasant or as comfortable? Yes. But do people want those comforts? Will they be willing to trade for them? Maybe. Just like people may be willing to trade for these comforts. I think they will. Again, I don't think that this needs to be your first prep by any means, or even your 10th prep or 20th prep. But I just didn't see anybody else commenting on this possibility that these items may be useful in your preps. So I guess go ahead and commence with the "you're crazy" and the "what the hell's wrong with you" and whatever type of comments that may be flooding the internets, as our friend the senator from Alaska used to say. But I think they're useful. So, and no, I'm not going to use those condoms. So, just for illustration purposes. These others I may use, but God, I can't make this video. I can't put it on. My mom watches these videos. Alright.